and thank you for joining us for this episode of Coffee with Call Tower. I am Madison Donor, and I am joined by our amazing EMEA team across the pond this morning, and we're really excited to have them join the Call Tower team. We've really expanded since our last episode talking to Paul and introducing him. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves and kick it off a little bit here. Paul, do you want to introduce the team a little bit and let them go one by one?
Yeah, they can go one by one. Madison. Hi, Paul Holden, VP of EMEA, and Rick.
Hi, Rick Sellers. I'm down in the southwest of the UK, looking after the Zoom practice. Hand you over to Sean.
Hi, everybody. Sean Blackmore here, looking after our Microsoft practice from a surprisingly sunny centre of London here today.
Hi, everyone. It's Pedro. I'm even more down in Portugal, running the practice for Cisco and Paul's team for EMEA sales.
And last but not least, Giggsy.
Sure. Yeah, Giggsy.
Hey guys, it's Giggsy Jaiwira here, heading up sales operations for EMEA. I'm out northwest direction outside of London, so joining the sunny vibe with Sean over in London.
We love that. And you guys have been bringing some sunshine and laughs, as cheesy as it is, to the Call Tower team. You guys, so far, we've all loved working with you, and it has been awesome onboarding you guys and just already seeing the deals that you guys are working on. There has been traction already, some great events that you guys have attended as a team. Can you guys dive in a little bit, whoever wants to kick it off, dive in a little bit about, the strategy you guys have working together over EMEA, in EMEA?
Okay, yeah, Madison, let me just kick that off. So, and then we can do a round robin, but it made perfect sense. Knowing our portfolio, knowing how strong we are, integrating into Microsoft Teams, into Cisco WebEx, into Zoom and Zoom Phone, it made perfect sense to bring everyone in, focused in an area of specialism. So let's start with Sean on Microsoft, and we've just recently done a big Microsoft event, and then we can go to Rick on Zoom, and then finish with Pedro on Cisco. So Sean, take it away.
Sure. So, one of the reasons I joined was the ability to have multiple products in your portfolio. When you're speaking to a customer and you're not trying to force a specific product down their throat necessarily, you're sort of saying, right, what would you like? Which best of breed solution would you like for UCaaS? And then your CCaaS, and then all the value added solutions as well. And that's been really refreshing to be able to actually deliver to a customer what they want and what they need. It's been a great 6 weeks so far. As Paul said, we've done a number of events, a large Microsoft event, and also a reasonably sized Microsoft deal as well through one of our strategic partners via a master agent. So it's been fantastic to have that traction and that revenue coming through already. And that's been a lot of my career today. It's been working with channel partners and driving revenue through those channel partners and master agents as well. So far, it's been fantastic.
I've come from the service provider background. I've dealt with both the channel and the direct customers from that side. Call Tower is fantastic from a portfolio perspective. It covers both UCaaS and CCaaS and all of the integrations. We can deliver this on a single bill from that side, so we make life very simple. And I think simplicity is key in a sales environment and also in a customer environment. Customers just want the technology to work for them. They're not bothered what the technology is, as long as it delivers accordance to their needs and requirements. And I think Call Tower have really zoned in and delivered this by picking best of breed platforms to deliver an all-in-one service. So yeah, really happy to be working with them. I'm driving some distribution channels at the moment. Zoom was the latest and newest part or company to join Call Tower. So yes, I'm just here setting up in the EMEA region the distribution network from that side.
Great, thanks, Rick. And Pedro?
Thank you. Yeah, well, there's been really an exciting, I would say now, 8 weeks at Call Tower. So extremely, I would say, energetic company. It's exciting as well to, as Sean said and Rick mentioned it, the fact that it's a very rich portfolio. Obviously, I come from, running the Cisco practice. I come from the Cisco world, pushing obviously the Cisco technology to our customers. But the fact that we actually have a portfolio where we meet the customer well, where it needs to be, met or meet where they are in every journey. So being part of I would call it a cloud or a global cloud service provider, it's extremely exciting. And then, as Sean said, and Rick as well, the fact that we have a lot of experience working with the partners, with the VARs, with the service providers, and then as well from the supplier perspective, right? So the platform vendors, specifically on my case, where I'm bringing that network to bring deals, right? So Sean mentioned one nice deal in Microsoft. We have 3 small ones in Cisco. So it's, again, it's the beginning. It's exciting. We have been in many events, and we are starting to bring and build the brand, right? The CallTower brand in EMEA.
Excellent. And, it's very important. You made a very good point there, Pedro, around, early days and small steps in terms of, 3 small deals with Cisco, a bigger one with Microsoft, and the fact that you've all only been here for 6 or 7 weeks. And as, from previous Call Tower TV, people will be aware that I joined in March. So I've only just been here just over 4.5 months. So we've got all the capability, from HQ based in the US, a mature business, which is also on exponential growth, helping us. But, in the UK and EMEA, it is very much startup. So we're taking the portfolio, we're taking all the resource where we can from the US and utilizing that to be as successful as possible, and build a sustainable business. And one important thing that underpins all that is operationally. And that leads nicely into Gigsy, because there is so much to do, so much to solve, so much to learn. We need someone that has got that ability to help, construct it in a very logical way where nothing slips through the holes. And so Gigsy joins us, in operations, brings his expertise. So yeah, Gigsy, over to you.
Cheers, Paul. And I think you really touched upon a really important point there. Standing up a new region is a lot of effort, time, and resources to be able to do that. And it's not just a case of just dropping the sales folks in and go, hey, there you go, off you go, start selling. So I'm sure the guys are probably feeling that there's lots of different things going on. They're all involved in the building phase that we're doing right now. And that requires coordination, alignment with our US colleagues, and also all of the things that we use, the systems, processes, and how we manage our resources effectively. So for me, working with each of these guys, understanding how they work, which is really key, because I've worked with Paul before, so understand his kind of vision and what he wishes to do and how he wishes to do it. And I think one of the really important aspects that a lot of sales operations folks have to kind of come to is understanding the salespeople they're working with. What drives them, what motivates them, how do we kind of help reduce the friction in the sales process, how do they use the systems, is it easy, if not, how do we remove those roadblocks? So we're right at the beginning, and we're utilizing all of the things that the US do today to help build upon that, and then we're obviously making those changes relevant for our region. So there's lots of work to do, but an exciting time for sure.
I think, Madison as well, what's even exciting now is that we're a team of 5, soon to become a team of 7. So, bringing in a marketing strategist.
Yes.
We've got lots of events coming up. We've got a big event coming up in November at Call and Contact Center Expo, plus other regional events with our partners. We've also got a pre-sales solution architect. We've been borrowing some of the guys in the US, but the challenge with that is often we have to book meetings in the afternoon. So having a local pre-sales solution architect is going to help with that as well. So the famous 5 will become the magnificent 7 very,
Nice.
very soon.
Like that.
Oh, very good.
I love that. I love that. And I think another thing that is driving, the success already, like you guys talked about, you have been here for a short period of time. But I think another thing driving the success is you guys talked about your background a little bit. You all know each other in some way, somehow. And I think that camaraderie, that excitement together is really, driving you guys, and you guys are hungry, and we love that at Call Tower. Can you guys talk about a little bit about where you guys see more growth in the relationships? I know you guys have a booming relationship already with Avant, one of our TSDs over here in the US we've had a relationship with for a while, and we're really focusing on that relationship over with you guys. We just did that Elevate event. We had great speaking opportunity. What are some focus relationships right now for you guys?
Yeah, I think that's another great point, Madison. So Rick will cover off distribution, Sean will cover off master agents, and Pedro will cover off the ability to network within a big vendor like Cisco. So Rick, why don't you kick us off with distribution?
Yeah, so distribution, I think it's fair to say, is relatively new for Call Tower, but distribution is all about supporting the channel from that side. So yeah, we've been working with the distribution channels. We have I have certainly a good long-standing relationship along with Paul and Sean. I think we know a lot of the distributors very well. It's all about providing them with the tools, the blueprints, whatever you want to call it, the material, the collateral, because the distribution basically are selling the best of breed. They are providing the products and services which the customer, or the reseller, should I say, ultimately want. And obviously they will go to distribution to get that. And if they can go to a single distributor for both the hardware, software and services, makes their life very simple from that side. So yeah, clearly Call Tower's building all of these tools and the collateral to support distribution. Distribution often will want to brand it themselves, so we white label, and again that's supported, or they'll take it powered by Call Tower or the Call Tower product itself. And I think it's all about understanding the multi-layers. So we provide to the distribution provide to the reseller provides out to the customer, and making sure that's a seamless route from a services perspective is key, because if there's any chink in that flow, you'll have a dissatisfied customer, and then the customer will ultimately be not happy with the reseller, who ultimately will own the contract, and then the reseller will be blaming the distributor, and the distributor will lose. So it's all about getting simplicity of from distribution to the end channel as simply and seamlessly as possible.
Yeah, great point, Rick. And I think, what it does do for us, Madison, it gives us scale and volume and low touch. So that's why it's such a key route to market that we're kind of building through the distribution channel. And, Sean, half our pipeline so far has been generated by master agents. Madison just mentioned Avant. What are the advantages of working, through the TSD network?
I mean, a lot of my career to date has been working with the TSD network, and in particular Avant. I think it's a really easy way for vendors and also channel partners to get to market. I was with a large channel partner last week. They're interested in selling our solutions, but it's the whole, when you look at the work that it takes to bring a new product into a portfolio, often that can be quite off-putting. But for these guys, they wanted quick scalability, and that's exactly what we can offer through Avant. I have to say, we've almost been quite fortunate in many ways by being able to work with Avant. In their own words, they're only working with us, and we've only got the attention of Avant so quickly because a lot of us, a number of us have worked with them in the past, and we have those relationships. So going back to the original point, the relationships there are absolutely key. And one thing that's been really great at Call Tower is it's really the best organizations that I can see when they're expanding into new territories understand that perhaps the ways that work back home or back in HQ, they don't always work when in a new region, and that's exactly what's happened here. So we've been able to adapt and be malleable to the methods of doing business while working with these master agents. They've got a list of vendors who would do anything to get on their books, and we've been able to get straight in there with the world's and Europe's largest VARs, and we've got ongoing deals. So those relationships have been absolutely key, but also internally our adaptability and our willingness to work in new ways in new locations. It's been really refreshing to see.
Yeah, no, that's some great points there, Sean. And like distribution gives us scale, volume, low touch. The great thing about managed service providers and those that work through the Avant system is that if they were having to bring us into their own portfolio, they've got to do all the contracts, they've got to do all the onboarding, got to train all their people. It's quite a heavy lift. They can go to Avant and say, we'll bring you opportunities. Avant then become the trusted advisor, and then they can work out, right, what's the right fit? So for a managed service provider, a partner of Avant, it's a quick route to lead opportunity, lead qualification, working with the best of breed technologies and getting commissions for those leads. And again, it's such a key route to market for us. And Pedro, slightly different model with Cisco about getting on the inside. And obviously you've had a massive advantage there being ex-Cisco yourself, but yeah, the experience of then teasing your network, the solution architects, sales, building that ecosystem from within is a different model for us, but very key.
Yeah, let me expand that a little bit, Paul, because I think it's very different from the Microsoft and Zoom practice, right? So if we look at Cisco, first it's a partner channel only service provider or platform provider at the end. And on top of that, they have 20,000 salespeople, right? So it's 20,000 people just trying to sell Cisco, right? Obviously, they sell all the architectures, but still, if we look at calling, collaboration, and the CCaaS products, it's thousands of people. So that's the network that I'm trying to build, making them aware of CallTower can actually one more person trying to sell Cisco, right? So it's heading that network. And then on top of that, right? So again, Cisco being partner focused and VAR focused, I'm also building that relationship with the VARs because many VARs are not really a service provider, right? They don't sell the PSTN, they don't have the DIDs, the global coverage that we have. So having Cisco network, selling Cisco technology where they can bring CallTower as the partner to actually deliver and sell and make the deal, and having then the other, let's say, variable that it's the VARs in country, in region, that then have the capability to sell WebEx, but they don't have the capability to sell PSTN services.
Yeah, no, that's great points. And let's leave the final word to Giggsy. Giggsy, from an operational perspective, what do you see as our top 1, 2, 3 challenges over the next few months?
I think, when you talk about the different types of relationships across all of this partner base, it's absolutely key for us to be able to engage in a meaningful and compelling way, and for them to realize its ease of doing business with CallTower. So some of those aspects is how they interact with us, how do they consume our own interactions and services behind the scenes. So not just the portfolio, but how do they work with us with the tools, with deal registration, quoting, ordering, all of those aspects. So for me, I think firing up our partners is all about being front of mind for them, that CallTower is always on their mind every time they're thinking about those opportunities and discussions. And so how do we enable that? How do we get partner enablement in there so that we can really get our best foot in front to get them to be thinking about CallTower? And that's probably my biggest challenge operationally, is to see how we do that whilst from a sales perspective you're engaging on the relationship, the account management side of things, and making it easy for them to interact with us. That's going to be key.
No, I think so. And so, Madison, I think that kind of wraps it up.
Absolutely. Just excited for you guys to be on the team and continue to grow your success. And we're just excited for the path moving forward. You guys are going to be on a few more episodes of CT Tech Talk. So we're really excited. We'll dive in deeper to what you guys are doing and the strategies for each of you. So keep an eye out for that episode. And thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Cheers.